Bonafide or Malafide. Suppose you have purchased a Pagri tenancy property in the year 2007 for 50 lakhs from the landlord. Since the landlord was both the tenant and the landlord, you paid the full 50 lakhs to him. Later on, in 2015, the same landlord files a suit against you, seeking eviction on grounds of bona fide requirement. Is it bona fide or Malafide requirement? Such a landlord is a rogue landlord or not? Please advise. In the situation you've described, where you purchased a Pagri tenancy property from a landlord who was both the tenant and the landlord, and later that same landlord files a suit for eviction on the grounds of bona fide requirement, the circumstances strongly suggest a Malafide, bad faith intention on the part of the landlord. Let's analyze the situation. Purchase and payment. You purchased the property in 2007 for 50 lakhs, paying the full amount to the landlord who was also the tenant. This implies that you acquired all rights associated with the property, including the tenancy and any ownership rights that the landlord might have had. Eviction suit in 2015. 4 years later, the same landlord files a suit against you seeking eviction on the grounds of bona fide, genuine requirement. A bona fide requirement claim typically means that the landlord genuinely needs the property for personal use or for a family member. The question of bona fide versus Malafide intent is crucial here. For a landlord's eviction claim to be considered bona fide, it must be genuine, and the landlord must demonstrate a real and pressing need for the property. Given that you paid a substantial sum for the property and the landlord now seeks to evict you after accepting that payment, it raises questions about the landlord's intentions. The timing and nature of the eviction suit suggest that the landlord might be acting in bad faith, especially if there were no significant changes in circumstances that would justify the claimed need. The actions of the landlord in this case could reasonably be characterized as those of a rogue landlord, accepting full payment for the property and then attempting to evict the buyer based on a possibly fabricated claim of bona fide requirement indicates a lack of honesty and integrity, which is often associated with rogue behavior. Based on the facts presented, the landlord's claim of bona fide requirement appears to be Malafide and could be challenged in court on that basis. The landlord's behavior, accepting payment and later seeking eviction under dubious grounds, suggests that they are acting in bad faith and could indeed be considered a rogue landlord. You should consult with a legal professional specializing in property law to challenge the eviction suit. The lawyer can help gather evidence to demonstrate that the landlord's claim is Malafide and that you have the rightful claim to the property. Ensure you have all the documentation related to the purchase, including the sale agreement, payment receipts, and any correspondence that could support your case. A strong legal defense should focus on the fact that the landlord accepted full payment and has no legitimate claim to evict you on the grounds of bona fide requirement given the circumstances.